was arrested and my life began. When death was arrested and my life began. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. And great are you, Lord. Let's sing that again. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. And great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. Great are you, Lord. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore
Appreciate so much Ross and Josie coming up, leaving the barren plains of northeastern Colorado to come up and be with us. It just fills my heart with joy as I see the younger generation going on with God, that God's working fruit in their lives, and that fruit is fruit that remains, that's ongoing. And we're just grateful to have them with us this morning and catch up with them. Wanted to share with you kind of a humorous story from the painting crew yesterday. About early on in the process, the drywall installer showed up on site. And those of us that have been around the building have discovered that Tim is a perfectionist. And that's a good quality if you're putting up drywall. So anyway, as the crew began to paint, Tim went over to see what they were doing and how they were doing it. And we soon discovered, in Tim's perspective, that we weren't doing it right. And the pastor had given some early instructions about how to paint, and that wasn't right either. So I was in there with all the rest of them. So anyway, Tim gave us all good lessons about how to paint correctly and paint the smooth walls. And so anybody that goes out there to paint now, we have a whole bevy of people that know how to do it correctly. And so we're looking forward to that. So this morning, we want to pick up with a new series. We were in the Gospel of John leading up to Easter and through the Good Friday service. And I like to alternate back and forth between Old and New Testament, just mainly because the Old Testament is the foundation of the New. And we have to have an understanding of what God was doing and how He was working in the Old Testament to really understand and grasp the New. And so for these next 6 weeks, we're going to look through and work through the narrative portion of the book of Daniel. Daniel and his 4 friends as they went into captivity in Babylon. And we've titled this series, Godly Lives in Godless Times. I doubt there could be anything more relevant or practical or significant right now. And as we look at these men and how God used them in places of influence, the principles that they conducted their life around, the faith that they had in their relationship with God and His sovereignty, I think are good lessons for us to look at and to learn and to see. So I want to begin in Daniel chapter 1 this morning, and we're going to look at the first chapter, the first kind of events that unfolded. And I want to read for you the first 2 verses and kind of put it in context of where we're going. It says, in the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord delivered Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, along with some of the articles from the temple. These he carried off to the temple of his God in Babylonia and put them in the treasure house of his God. So the time is about 606 BC. Nebuchadnezzar, as we know from other places in history as well as the Word of God, was